Welcome back everyone, LastKnownMeal here. Let's talk about The Walking Dead Season 6 season finale episode. Now this is going to be crazy because today we're going to talk about who did Negan actually pummel to death with Lucille. But again, if you haven't watched the season finale and if you haven't read the comics and you don't want that spoiled, then please leave the video because there's going to be a lot of spoilers ahead. But again, if you do want to find out more, and basically this is just a speculation, this is just a fan theory, we have the whole summer to think about this, but again, one of those characters has to die, so let's go and cover them all. Okay, the first three characters that are on the list are probably not going to die because they're actually main characters of the show. It's Rick, Carl, and Michonne. And first of all, Rick, why? Well, he's the main protagonist of the TV show, and him dying basically means that other characters have to carry the show, and it doesn't really make sense, so Rick is off the list. Next one, Carl. Of course, Carl is an important character, and the likelihood of him dying is kind of a zero. Of course, the third character, Michonne, I don't think she's going to be killed because her character still hasn't fully developed. She still has many episodes to go, and she's probably not going to die like this, so yeah, Michonne is off the list. But now we move on to those characters that could die. First of all, Rosita. Now, yes, Rosita is a character that basically could die by, Lucille, but at the same time, I kind of think that Rosita still has like a couple of episodes, maybe even seasons to go, because she is still a character that is developing, and she does have a story with the group, and I kind of don't believe that Negan is going to kill her because it wouldn't make sense. There is no point in the season 6 where they actually hinted that she could die, but we'll see. Next character is Maggie. Now, yeah, this is a situation that is likely going to be avoided. So Maggie is pregnant, of course, and she's very sick, and I mean, a logical reason would be like, hey, kill her, she's sick, but killing a pregnant woman who is like very sick with a baseball bat that has barbed wire on it kinda doesn't make sense. And yes, I know that writers could go in that direction, but I kinda think it's way too extreme, and I don't think that Maggie is going to be pummeled to death, by Negan. Okay, moving on to the next character, Sasha. Oh yeah, Sasha is actually quite an important character. She became very reliable and she became a really good survivor, and she's very good with sniper rifle, and her story is kind of not done yet. Of course, she went through a lot, and now she's like with being with Abraham, and I don't think that Sasha is the person that's going to die by Negan. I kind of have this theory that no female character is going to actually die by Negan's baseball bats. I kind of think that writers are not going to go into that direction. Just imagine Negan fighting a woman with a baseball bat to death. I kind of have this theory that it's not going to happen. Of course it could, I'm not saying it couldn't, but if I was a writer, I wouldn't write that way. But again, I'm not here to judge. This is a TV show that has been brutal, and those things could happen. Okay, now we move on to the character that actually was struck by Lucille in the comics, and that is Glenn. Now, if they stick to the comics, then Glenn is going to die, and I kind of think he is on a list. He's like the primary suspect because this whole introduction to Negan straight from the comic books, basically all of that things that he says, like every single movement, his voice, his everything is basically from the comic books, and if they do stick to it, of course, yes, the TV show does stray away from the comic books, but if they do stick to it in this part of the story, then Glenn is actually my number one person to die. Sadly, yes, that is the truth, because we have a couple of other characters trying to weigh in on Glenn's place as being how would I say, very close to Rick as his right hand and that kind of stuff. So he has a very high probability of dying. Now, this next character is a bit, how would I say, a taboo to talk about when it comes to dying, and that is Daryl, of course. Daryl is not a part of the comic books. Basically he was created for the TV show, and basically him dying is not going to cripple the story in any way possible. But the thing is, and I'm kind of thinking, hey, this is a thing, this shouldn't really happen. It's the fans. Yes, fans like Daryl so much. They think he's the best character of the show, and I'm going to agree with that because Daryl is one badass character along with Michonne. But I kind of think that his story, his persona, his history is not done yet, because when I see Daryl dying in the TV show, and yes, his time is probably going to come, and but I'm not thinking it's going to happen anytime soon. And the number one reason is being that Daryl is actually a warrior. He is I think the greatest warrior when it comes to this TV show, and I kind of don't think that he would die on his knees and like being struck with a baseball bat. That's not how his like life in the TV show should end. Basically, I imagine him like dying in a battle, like either against survivors, not survivors, saviors, or maybe saving someone. That's how I imagine Daryl actually dying, like doing something very, very heroic. And like him dying on his knees doesn't really fit his personality if you just think about it. So like, I think that he's going to die in a battle as a proper warrior, but when, I am not sure. But I have nothing against him dying. And yes, I know that the fans are going to go crazy about this, but if the story actually decided, hey, Daryl is going to die in a most spectacular way, he's going to either save someone, I'm okay with that, because that's the story, and story should not be changed because, let's say, the fans demanded that way. No, it shouldn't ever, ever, ever. But Daryl still has to finish his story with Dwight, because Dwight has his crossbow, and of course you have Rosita, who could kill Dwight, but Daryl killing him, that's the scenario I actually imagine in my head. So the possibility of him doing that, just killing Dwight with his crossbow, is something that's probably going to happen, because Dwight is going to die in that spectacular way. But still, we're going to see. We have a whole summer to think about. Now, the last two characters are the one that I've been weighing over who could die. It's basically Abraham and Eugene. Now, when it comes to Abraham is of course a warrior just like Daryl. He's indestructible. This guy is very brave, and for example, when you actually see Negan like coming towards him, Abraham doesn't give a shit. Abraham is one of those guys that if you just put a rifle or a baseball bat like close to his head, he's going to look you straight in the eyes and he's going to say, do it. That's basically how I picture Abraham, and there is a slight chance that he could be actually killed by Negan. Of course, is it going to damage the story? I don't know, but there is a high probability of that happening. And the last character for today is actually Eugene. Now, Eugene could actually die by Negan, and why do I say this? Because in the season finale, his character reached the pinnacle. It reached the top spot how his character could develop. He basically became a survivor. He became a true character, because he's not a pussy anymore. He became very brave, and now he gave those recipes to Rick about making bullets and all that kind of stuff, and they all say to him, hey man, you are a true warrior, you are a true hero. And basically that means that his character actually kind of reached the pinnacle and like of development, and as much as I hate to say this, it kind of is the time to kill him off. I mean, I wouldn't like that, because Eugene is an amazing character. He's very fun. He's a comical character in all that universe, but again, it could be his time. So to sum it all up, there are 3 characters that I think are going to, like, one of those 3 are going to be killed. It's either Glenn, which is going to be comic book style, it's going to be Abraham, because, you know, Abraham is a warrior that's not going to look down if you just put a baseball bat on his head. And also there is Eugene, which whose story basically ended there. He became this character now, and he's fully developed, and there is no reason for him to be kept in the show anymore. But yeah. So basically, these are my predictions for the season 7. I am still not sure who is going to die. These are my opinions, and again, please do not hate the opinion, just comment down below, and we're going to make this a nice discussion going around, because we have whole summer to think about this, because I'm not even sure if actors know who is killed. That would be kind of awesome. Imagine if they shot that scene later in the development stage and in the production stage, and basically even the actors don't know who is dead. So whoa, that's gonna be epic. But again, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to comment down below and tell me who do you think actually got killed by Lucille, because someone has to die, someone has to be punished, and Negan says that. So LastKnownMeal signing out. Don't forget to do all that stuff, and basically go check out my channel and go check out my other videos. LastKnownMeal signing out, and stay classy everyone. Bye bye.